I'm gonna show you how to make one of the best mutton or lamb biryani. Hey salam, I hope you guys do well. Halal Chef is back for another video, and this time I'm making mutton or lamb biryani. There are mainly two types of biryanis, a cooked and an uncooked version. I'm gonna be doing a cooked version where you actually cook the biryani mixture and then you layer and steam it with the rice. I'm gonna serve this biryani with tamarind tomato sauce and a really nice salad. Trust me, you're really gonna enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get started. Halal Chef presents. Let's start with our biryani spice. Here with the coriander seeds, here with the fennel seeds, white cumin seeds, some of these black cumin seeds as well, also known as Persian cumin, few green cardamoms, black cardamoms, few cloves. Here I've got a small mace, which are the outskirts of nutmeg, a small piece of nutmeg as well, few bay leaves, half an inch cassia bark, black peppercorns, half a star anise, and finally I'm using a mix of Kashmiri and normal red chilies. You could add more if you like a bit more heat in the biryani. Now transfer the spices onto a pan and toast them. This will awaken your spices, and they will release all the beautiful aroma, and they will be easier to blend as well. You want to toast them for around 2 minutes on medium-high heat. Now transfer the spices into a blender with the citric acid, turmeric. Now cover and blend this until it turns into a fine powder. We will be adding the salt later, and it really depends on how much mutton or lamb you are using. Alright guys, let's check this. That looks amazing. And finally you want to throw in some of these dried plums. You could also use some of the tamarind if you like. Our amazing biryani spice mix done. Now onto our marinating our mutton or lamb. Grab yourself a blender with the garlic, using here some of the ginger, with the fresh green chili. It's always best to use fresh paste and a light touch of water so we can blend this. Cover and blend this until it turns into a nice paste. Now for the biryani I'm using here mutton along with the bones. You could also use lamb instead. The main difference between mutton and lamb is a young sheep and mutton is older than an year. Also mutton is a lot more famous in Middle Eastern and Indian subcontinent. You want to cut the mutton into medium sized pieces, don't cut it too small. Now in with our ginger, garlic, green chili paste. We're gonna use some now to marinate and some later. In with our fresh biryani masala. And finally with a good touch of salt in there. Now give that a really good mix and combine everything. Now the process will be slightly different if you are making a biryani where you don't cook the meat. We will add yogurt and few other things inside this, but like I said before, this is a cooked version, so this is the process that you need to follow. Get in there and massage it properly. And I'll cover this and leave the mutton to marinate for overnight in the fridge. This will add a lot of flavor to your mutton, so please follow this process. Also your mutton or lamb has been marinated for overnight. It's time to cook it. Grab yourself a large pan and all the mutton or lamb goes inside. It smells really good. I'm just gonna distribute it evenly. Going in with around 200 grams of onions to add more flavor to the mutton. Good pinch of salt in there, and some of these black peppercorns, green and black cardamom as well. Water. Good mix to that. Now turn up the heater on low, medium, cover, and let this cook for around an hour, 30 minutes, and then we're gonna check it. Now while that's cooking, let's prep the main ingredients for our mutton biryani. We're gonna start with these beautiful red onions. Use red onions for the biryani, it carries more flavor. If not, then use yellow onions. You want to thinly slice these onions. Fatality. For the tomatoes, you want to finely chop them and always remove this inner core as well. You also want to thinly slice some of the fresh coriander. Try to use the stems as well, they carry more flavor. And you also want to thinly slice some of this fresh mint. Both of these herbs are going to add a lot of aroma and taste to our biryani. For the rice, I'm using a Sela basmati. You could also use extra large basmati rice instead. Try to use aged basmati rice, they carry more flavor. You want to soak Sela basmati rice in water for at least an hour. If you're using normal basmati rice, it should take you at least 30 minutes. Always use good quality rice for biryani especially. It's the heart of many people. And once you're done with soaking, wash, remove the excess starch and drain off the excess water. Grab yourself 3 small balls, add in the kevra water. Add a good quality saffron in one of them. The 2 commonly used food color for the biryani. The egg yellow and orange natural food color. Give everything a good mix and set aside. The mutton has been cooking for around 90 minutes. Let's check this. Bismillah. Oh, it smells so good in the kitchen, trust me. I'm just gonna turn off the heat now. Now if you look closely, the mutton is done, but it still has some resistance to it. It's not falling apart. Bear in mind, we're gonna cook this a second time when we are steaming the biryani, so that's exactly what we're looking for at this point. I had a layer taste, is so delicious, trust me. Now you wanna separate the meat from the stock, but don't get rid of the stock. We're gonna use it later on. Alright, so let's grab everything. Here we got our spices, our ginger garlic paste, some of the mint, coriander, onions, our lamb, some of the stock, tomatoes, our saffron and the food color. I'm also gonna use some of these lamb lemon slices. You want to thinly slice them. And some of this yogurt. Finally, our rice that were soaked and cleaned. Alright, let's get cooking. I'm so excited for this mutton biryani. It's gonna be so delicious. Alright, let's cook this. Turn up the heat to on medium. It was some of this leftover mutton fat from the stock and a good touch of oil in there. You could also use some of the ghee if you like. In with our thinly sliced onions. Give that a really good mix and you want to get a nice golden dark brown color on those onions. We can see the moisture is slowly escaping from the pan. Nothing is burning, everything is beautifully cooking. The onions are coming to a point where they are nice and crispy. You guys gonna absolutely love this mutton biryani. Let's remove some of those onions. Get rid of the excess oil. Remove it onto a paper towel. And with our ginger garlic green chili paste. Give that a mix. Now you want to cook the rawness of the ginger garlic green chili as well. The heat is still on medium. Leave it covered for a minute or two. Alright, let's check this. Bismillah. Now you want to deglaze this with some of the stock. This is exactly how your mixture should look like. It smells so good. And then with our juicy tomatoes. A good mix to that. Now cover for 4 to 5 minutes and let the tomatoes soften up. Alright, let's check that. Bismillah. The tomatoes are nice and soft now. We're going in with our biryani spices. A good mix to that. And cook the rawness of those spices. Crank up the heat a little. You really want to fry up and toast those spices. Now deglaze with some of the stock. Now in with your mutton or lamb. Bismillah. Slowly add that in. A good mix to that. Just look at that. I'm so hungry right now. Let this cook for around 10-15 minutes more. The heat is on medium high now. Oh, this mutton smells so good. You guys gonna absolutely love this mutton biryani. Alright, so that's looking beautiful. It's time to add in the yogurt now. Now turn the heat back to medium now. Give this a really good mix. We're gonna let this cook until the oil separates from this mixture. And we're gonna dry off the excess water. A good mix to that. This is what you call biryani korma. Best to leave it covered. Also, you guys can see the oil is separated from the mixture. It has started to come on the top. That's exactly what we're looking for. Just turn off the heat at this point. Check for any seasoning and adjust anything if you need to. I'm just gonna add a bit of the salt. Give that a mix. Our mouth-watering biryani mixture. Done. It smells so good, trust me guys. And now onto our rice. First of all, in boiling water, add a good touch of salt. The water needs to be slightly salty. Using here some of the whole spices, I've got here cassia bark, some of the green cardamoms and cloves. They are quite strong, so they're gonna add a nice flavor to it. Going in with some of the fresh lemon juice. If you want, you can also throw in some of the kebab water in there. Now going with our rice. These were soaked and washed, like I mentioned before. We're gonna let the rice cook until they're around 80% done. And then we're gonna finish out by steaming up. If you can look closely, they still have some resistance to it. That's exactly what we're looking for. Just gonna strain it off in a bowl. Time to assemble our mutton biryani. In the same pan you cooked your mutton or lamb, you want to add in the ghee. Now we're gonna make 3 layers of rice as the quantity is quite large. If you're not cooking a large portion, then just 2 layers are fine. So go in with our first layer of rice. Pay attention to how I'm gonna distribute this. Bismillah. The first and the last layers are the 2 most important layers in the biryani. Now a layer of our biryani mixture. Again, make sure to distribute it evenly. It smells so good. One of the best mutton biryani that you guys gonna try. Add in some of the crispy onions. Some of the fresh coriander. Again, distribute it evenly. It's gonna have a beautiful aroma and taste. And some fresh mint as well. Add a sprinkle of water onto there. We're just gonna make sure everything steams out properly and it's not dried out. Go in with our second layer of rice. If you notice, I haven't pressed onto the rice. I have lightly assembled them so there's no pressure. It will be easier for the steam to escape. Go in with our saffron water. We're gonna have a beautiful layer of saffron rice just in the middle. It's gonna be amazing. Now go in with our remaining mixture. Again, we're gonna distribute this evenly. All the leftover oil and the sauce. Make sure nothing is left behind. One of the best biryani ever. Go with our crispy onions again. Some of this fresh coriander again. And some of the fresh mint. Add a light touch of water again on the top. Final layer of rice goes on the top now. Bismillah. If you don't like biryani, what are you doing with your life? Seriously. You have to like biryani even if you don't like it. Now add in your food color. Yellow to the left, orange to the right. Some of this ghee for more flavor. Our thinly sliced lemon goes on the top. I like to munch on them. And finally with some of the leftover crispy onions. The aroma is amazing of these onions. Now turn up the heater on low, cover this with a clean kitchen cloth, place your lid, and you want to let the biryani steam up for around 30 minutes. You need to be able to see the steam escaping through the rice, and it's forming all these beautiful droplets. That's exactly what we're looking for. And finally, another pro tip is the pan should be hot to touch. Pay attention to the level of the low heat is very important. For our tamarind tomato sauce, first of all we're going to soak up these red chilies in hot water for at least 10 minutes. Now grab yourself a blender in with the tomatoes without the skin. In with some of this young mango. In with your soaked red chilies. In with a few garlic cloves. Make sure to get rid of this green sprout from the middle. In with the coriander and cumin powder. In with the freshly squeezed pulp from the tamarind. A good pinch of salt in there. Balance the flavors with some of the sugar. In with some of the lemon juice, or you could use vinegar and water. Now cover and blend this until it's nice and smooth. And I'll remove the sauce into this bowl, adjust anything if you need to. Have a little taste. That is so delicious. If you don't like it too spicy, you can use less red chilies. You can also mix in some of the yogurt. Our mouth-watering tamarind tomato sauce. Done. For the salad in with the cucumber, juicy cherry tomatoes, thinly sliced young mango, red onions. Soak them in cold water for 10 minutes before adding. With some of this fresh coriander, a light touch of this mint sauce, pinch of salt, and a light touch of olive oil. And a good mix to that. Let's have a little taste. A very simple yet delicious salad for the biryani. Done. Alright guys, let's check this. We can see our biryani is nicely steaming now. Got these beautiful droplets on the top. It's a great indication that our biryani is ready. Anyways, let's check this. Bismillah. Oh wow, it's gonna turn off the heat now. The biryani smells amazing and looks absolutely stunning. You and your family gonna absolutely love this.
Flawless victory.
I'm just gonna move the upper layer to the side first. Oh, just look at that. I'm mixing the meat with some of the rice for a delicious biryani. The rice are nice and fluffy, that's exactly what we're looking for. Like I said before, this is one of the best biryani that you guys gonna try. So look at the meat, it's so nice and tender. Alright, let's plate this up with our biryani. Just gonna add the rice first. That looks so delicious. Add in the meat as well. Some of the crispy onions on the top. A little bit of fresh coriander, our tamarind tomato sauce, some of this cumin yogurt that has been mixed with some of the cumin powder, coriander and cumin seeds. Serving with some of this cucumber onion salad. Our mouth-watering mutton biryani. Done. One of the best mutton biryani that you guys gonna try. Biryani is easily one of the best dishes out there.
Flawless victory.
Alright guys, let's try our biryani. It looks so delicious. Let's add a bit of the sauce. A little bit of that tamarind tomato sauce as well. Today I'm gonna get my hands dirty, and this is the best way to enjoy your biryani, you know, with your hands. I'm just gonna try the rice on its own first. Bismillah. Wow, that is so delicious, so mouth-watering. There's so much flavor in this. Alright, I'm gonna try with some of the lamb or mutton now. Bismillah. Wow, there is so much flavor in this mutton. Packed with flavor, perfectly marinated. What a perfect biryani this is. You won't find it in any takeaway or a restaurant. Made with love. Bismillah. The mutton just melts in your hands. So delicious, one of the best biryani ever. It goes amazing with the sauce and the salad as well. The flavor of the biryani is truly exceptional. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said before, this is one of the best biryani that you guys gonna try. I really hope you guys enjoyed this mutton biryani recipe. Can we please get this video to 5,000 likes? I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make subscribe, make sure like. Inshallah, see you next time. Until then, salam. Make for your mom. Make for your dad. Make for your family. Enjoy.